Hi everyone, it's Ruth here, Artful Stampin. I've been thinking about this all day. Ever since last night's video, I've been seeing some of the creations you guys have been coming up with, and I was just like, oh, I just want to do more stamping. Right, so I've got stacked here a few different floral stamps, lots of stamps in my happy place, you know, my floral happy place. And as I said last night, we went for colours that were more on the orangey yellow spectrum yesterday. So how about going on the other side of the colour wheel and going for blues and greens? Well, a little bit of green. Blues, turquoises, purples. And this time, shall we try a 12 by 12? So I do have an idea of doing a little bit of a special rainbow one for a certain somebody who may have achieved their million CSV milestone yesterday. But I think I need to do it when I'm a little bit more awake and also maybe have a little bit more time. I'd really like to do something for the amazing Sam Hammond Donald. Congratulations to her. I don't think she watches my channel, but anyway, if she comes across it, congratulations, Sam. Ever so proud of you. So it would be nice to do a 12 by 12. I'm trying to make sure I can get it all in the screen. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Sorry about that. Okay, that's better. Get it all in there. Just means you've got to see my mess at the side. Sorry about that. Ignore those. Ignore that. I know what, let's tidy up a bit. Let's put some glue away. Let's put the pen away. Don't need the pen out. Don't need that out. I do need my blocks though. That's fine. Welcome everybody. I've just realised I don't have the other screen up. Do say hello. While you're saying hello, I'll go and grab the other screen. Hold on. Right, sorry about that. I can find it for a minute. So who's come and said hello? Who have I missed? Hi Vicky, hi Betty, hi Christine, yay! Lovely to see you guys. So who saw the one from last night? Who saw the floral stamping from last night? If you're watching this on the replay, welcome. And if you haven't seen that one, do go and check that out. It's the first time that I've done stamping in a big oval. So this time I'm going to attempt to do something in the round. So because it kind of lent itself to doing it, didn't it? You know, after I started doing the oval, I was like, oh, why don't I do this in the round? But never mind. So we'll attempt it today. Right. Or shall I put that over here? It's out of the way a bit. Vicky saw it. Fabulous. Okay. Yeah, then the other thing I wanted to have a go at was looking at some textures to put in the background. And so I'm going to grab a few little textury bits that I may want to use. Right, we'll go for those, and maybe a bit of Lovely as a Day, I think. Maybe a bit of that. The reason I pull this one out is because I love this kind of netting thing that's going on here. This one. Okay. I have to be a bit careful. I've put the camera a little bit higher up, so it means my lighting's all a little bit odd and different. There we go. Right, can you guys see that okay? Hi, Deborah. We're getting some lovely rain. Excellent. Good. Okay, let me just go over some of the colours that I pulled out. It's funny. I don't feel anxious, but I'm feeling a little bit in what's the word? A bit of trepidation, because this is, you know, this is a new thing for me. I know you guys probably like, what? Ruth. But yeah, it's interesting working on this scale, and you know, just not really done it before. So I'm going to start small and start gentle. You know, I always say this, if you've not done something quite this way before, just start with what you feel safe and then go for it. Hi Betty, hi Deborah, hi Jackie. Okay, so I've got some soft, what's this? Soft, no it's not, it's Seaside Spray. Okay, so we're going to aim for a wreath. Okay, so but I just want to put a little bit of texture down. Just to create a little bit of a layout. I really don't know if it's going to work or not. I'm just doing it and hoping for the best. Honestly, I really am. Okay, I feel like I need to get some leaves down, so good old soft spring. Shall we bring that in? Now, I was gifted this cleaning cloth by somebody who follows me on YouTube. She got them sent to me, so I'm going to try them out live for the first time. I have them at a friend's house and I thought they were fabulous. They're called Swedish cleaning cloths, so new is always a bit difficult. Yes, it is. Now I haven't got stamping mats underneath here because it's quite a big old piece of paper, so I'm going to hope that this will work without. So okay, and I'm very determined not to have it all very super symmetrical, so I'm trying to not go for symmetry. But maybe a bit of balance. Okay, right. Just clean that off. Now I'm almost tackling this as I would if I was creating a wreath in real life, putting the foliage down first and then putting the flowers in. So it's a very interesting process because last time I did the flowers first and then I did the foliage. So see what happens. So this is like a lovely sort of different texture but same colour. So this is Coastal Cabana. Okay, let's move on. I think we'll start adding some flowers now. Has anyone got anything particular that they'd like me to use? If I show you what I've got out here, I've got a pop of petals, inspiring iris, floral essence, frost, oh, a bit of daisy lane, abstract impressions, lovely as a day, soft spring. There's obviously the painted harvest as well, that one, there's that one. Now I did want to have a little go with the dahlia, so yes you did, Vicky. Yeah, I was just thinking that I want to do one for her, but I want to have a little bit more time to do it. So I want to do, my idea is to do a wreath, but in rainbow, like rainbow colours. But I don't want to just do like random flowers. I want to try and do the flowers as they would be. So for yellow flowers, choose sunflowers, you know, that kind of thing. So I want time to think it out a bit more. So I do want to do that for her because she's amazing. It's a random wreath day. Floral essence you want to see me use, okay. Oh, thoughtful blooms. I thought it's a nice one just to have as a filler, isn't it? That one. Okay, so you want me to use floral essence. That one. Shall I mix that with a bit of pop of petals, maybe? Because these are quite solid images, so I don't really want to use lots of watercolory ones. Oh, actually, that would work nicely with, possibly work nicely with that. Right, let's put these away for a minute. See what happens. That one. Right, let's go for some nice colours then. We do a blueberry bushel. She has a plan. Step back. My addiction's taking over. Okay, let's do it. You know what? You've got to make sure these are inked up really well. And I'm wondering whether to bring my little stamping mat and put it underneath. This is where I need like all my stamping mats out. Where's my other ones gone? Oh yeah, that's it. Okay, let's see if I can do this. My kids and my husband and a friend have just been round to watch Captain America. We've had a little bit of a film night, and I've just heard the word popcorn and realised I've missed out on the popcorn. Oops. There might be some left over. Okay, I'm just going to tuck that under there. See, this is when 4 stamping mats come in useful. See, I have all these for my workshops. I'm trying to get these in nice and tight. Sorry, guys. Okay, there we go. That's better. I feel happier now. Who's just arrived? Hi, Janice. Okay, now we're ready to stamp. So we've got blueberry bushel here. And I think because this is so big, we're going to have to do some clusters. Oh, it is stunning, isn't it? I think I need to re-ink. Okay. So far so good. I'm trying to find space for my new stamp sets. Ooh, Audrey. Yeah, I'm dreading that moment as well. I've got my new stamp sets are in a box at the moment, so that I'm reminded to use them, but I'm going to have to find space on a shelf at some point. So, okay, so that's floral essence used. We need a slightly smaller flower, I would say. Oh, let's use that one from Pop of Petals. Should we put some purple in here now? Oops. Some gorgeous grape. Ah, this is not showing up so much, this flower. I'd forgotten that because it's quite a lined drawing, you've got lots of spaces in between. Kind of makes it look ethereal, doesn't it, this flower? Like, it's sort of there, but sort of not. I've started, so I'll finish. I'll just keep going. Trust the process, Ruth, trust the process. Yeah, they kind of look like they're there and not there, really. I think these need middles, don't they? Should we put a purpley centre? Have a box of unused stamps I haven't been able to use yet. What? Why not? Is that lack of time? Just think, those stamps are crying out to be used. They're going, use me. We weren't made to languish in a box. We're meant to be free, to be coloured up, to be used. Use me. My life's purpose is not fulfilled. Sitting in a box. Okay, that's what your stamps are saying to you. We'll die without use. If stamps could talk, eh? Hey, honeybee. Well, go through stuff. If there's things that you haven't used for a while, you know what to do with them. Give them to someone who will use them. There's always new crafters and new stampers who are more than happy to take your pre-loved stuff. You know, because at the end of the day, there's always new stamps to get. Okay, we're getting there, folks. Now I'm wondering whether to use, you see that little circle from there, if we can use that in the centre of there. Do you want me to come in a bit closer just so that you can see what I've done so far? There we go. A bit better. So I'm wondering, what about a little bit of balmy blue? Oops, I didn't take it out. I mentioned it, but then left it in there. It's like, don't leave me behind. You said you were going to use me. Use me. That's my stamp voice. Okay, everybody? Did you know I had a stamp voice? Oh, yeah, perfect. Look at that. That worked well, didn't it? Now, I am banking on this going lighter. This will lighten up in a second, so. Good. Well, I did say yesterday, didn't I, that we were going to go for colours that were on the other side of the colour wheel today, so we have done that. And I was thinking about, honestly, whenever I discover something new, I'm like, my brain goes onto overdrive. And I was thinking, would it be lovely if I could get some calligraphy, like to do a Bible verse or a saying in the middle here. And then I start thinking things like, oh, I could put this on Etsy. I could sell these. You know, it's frameable art. I need to get a printer that will print 12 by 12. I could do 12, I could do normal size, but I couldn't do 12 by 12. Oh, I just need to be able to learn to write properly, nicely. So. Oh, you've been out again, Steph. Oh, bless you. Feet up, cup of tea. Right, let's get some of these little flowers. Now we've done medium size, we're now going to do little flowers, because you do need to have your little flowers in there. Okay, but now I'm going to have to just go gentle with these, because I don't want to absolutely go crazy with them. I'm just looking for the odd gap, because there are some other smaller flowers that I do want to use in here. So right, happy with that. You've got a colour wheel, Janice. Oh, fabulous. Brilliant. Right, so where are those little, we want some little flowers in here now. I'm wondering if we're using something soft, and oh, we've got these lovely leaves as well, haven't we? I'm wondering if Bermuda Bay would look. Oh no, something smaller. Let's go for these. Or you could choose your font, print, and then stamp, and then copy it to sell. What do you mean? Oh, I see. Choose what font I want to use, then draw it on. Is that what you're saying? I draw it myself. So I'm just trying to get my chair comfortable. Wow, Steph, honestly, you're doing so well. Inadvertently, you're doing very well with your walking. I know it wasn't really your intention to be getting so many steps in, but I suppose you've got to look on the bright side. You're partial to this side of the colour wheel, are you? Okay. Okay, I feel like we need a little bit of green in here, but not too much. So I'm wondering whether to use these tiny little leaves and some, I'm going to go a bit daring with the shaded spruce. Thank you. So I'm just going to see if I can put this in front of me because I keep having to look sideways to read your comments. Right. Just trying to tuck some of these leaves, particularly behind these purple flowers, to try and make the purple ones stand out a little bit more. Hi Nayoka. Thank you, Deborah. So when you're doing a piece like this, I find it easier to kind of, you know, create some rules. So for example, you see these blue ones, I kind of decided, right, I'd only have them coming from the dark blue flowers. And with this green now, I'm deciding, right, I just want these to be near the purple flowers. So it creates, I don't know, a continuity, because I guess certain flowers would have certain foliage next to them in nature anyway. So if you can just replicate some rules, I'm not saying that these flowers have these leaves in nature, that's not my point, but by creating these rules in your creation, it just gives it a sense of reality. And it stops you having to worry about, oh, where do I stamp it? You know, at the end of, you know, I'm just looking for the purple flowers and I'm stamping next to the purple flowers. That's all I'm doing. I'm not having to overthink it and go, oh, where you know, where do I need to do it? Just do it. And then once you've done all of them, you take a step back and you go, oh, now which ones need more? Okay, looking good. Oh, that one. Oh, those ones need. I've forgotten about this one over here. Right, I forgot to say, share this out, everybody, because I tell you what, sometimes I do videos on here and I go, meh, that was an okay video. You know, it was all right content. And then sometimes I do a video and I go, oh my word, that was glorious. And last night I felt that way. I felt like I was on a roll, like it was just all coming together. And so I'm going with it right now. And this is a good time to share this video with people because feeling good about this. Okay, so we've got this lovely leaf here, and we also have this lovely sprig here, which is quite nice just to add a bit of extra shebang. So I'm wondering if a little bit of Night of Navy might be a good contrast to get in there. You'd frame it. Oh, thank you, Christine. Well, as I was saying, I'm wondering whether to make some to put onto Etsy. because I'm guessing they may ship quite. Actually, would it ship rolled up? I'm trying to think the best way of shipping these. You know what? I don't want that little. I don't want these stems in there. I want to get in quite tight. I'm going to try and ink this so that I don't get so much of that corner. Yeah, all you stampers out there, you can make this yourself. The reason I would sell these on Etsy are for people who who don't stamp. Not for all you stampers. And if you're watching this and thinking, I would love to have a go making this, then please get in touch, because I sell all these supplies. I sell all these inks and I sell all these stamps, and you could be making one of these. Do you? Yeah, actually I think I've got a few left over I could use. They wouldn't be cheap though, I have to say. If I was to put these on Etsy, I'm thinking, yeah, they won't be cheap. Because the danger with starting to sell stuff handmade is if you get commissions, you need to be able to fulfill them. And if these are going to take like an hour each time, then whew, it's got to be sustainable. Oh, thanks, Monica. Thanks, Gina. Okay, I'm just going to pull this up a little bit because I want to get a fuller view of it. Because looking at it on the screen there, it's actually quite handy to see where the gaps are. Okay, I feel like it needs a little bit more purple, but it needs just tiny flower fillers here. Nothing too drastic. Right, I'll put that away. I'm trying to be tidy and clean as I go. Janice was on earlier today and she was saying that how do people keep their desks tidy? I think because some people are really strict, they put away as they go, whereas I'm not like that. I tend to just let things pile up, which is my downfall really. Right, we need a little flower, little flower, but something slightly textured. I don't want to or are we thinking we need dots now? What do you think? Is it we just need a bit of dottage? It always gets this point, doesn't it, where we go, we need dots. We need some splatters in here. I do think we need more purple though, so I'm going to do a little bit of Highland Heather. So it's this. weird stamp that is supposed to go in the middle of things, but I find it's a great little kind of weird filler stamp. See, I'm finding that between these blue flowers is too light, and it needs something. And in a way, it doesn't necessarily even need to make proper sense. It just needs something, but it needs something with texture. So this is where this little thing comes in very much useful. Is very much useful. Oh my goodness, my words. See, look, there's a big old blank space here. You see that? That needs filling up. And then if you want to do some extra little tufts here and there, that's quite nice. Right, so look, there's some little spaces around here as well that need filling. I'm in horror. Oh, Deborah, I'm not going to cut this up. That's so funny. No, I'm not going to cut this up. This is one. I'm going to keep it as one. That's really funny. I can breathe. You know what I am keen to do? You know what I really want to do? I want to put some granny apple green in this. I feel it needs something just to give it a bit more of a zingy. I know for you guys who love your blues and purples, you're like, don't put anything else. And I know granny apple green is tipping towards the yellow, but I just think it needs it. Look, so we've been using this palette here, but I think a little bit of granny apple green, which is, I know it's over here, so we've done this, and I know it's there, but I think it needs it. Come on, guys, what do you think? I'm just looking for some spatters while you decide. Do it. Go for your instincts. Okay, I'm going to use the dots from this one because I think this can take larger dots. So this is Perennial Birthday, and this is a bit neglected at the moment, this stamp set, because it's been around for a while. But if I had Lemon Lime Twist, I'd be putting Lemon Lime Twist in there. But it's an old colour and I don't have it anymore. That's mint macaron. Oops. Wrong colour. That was close, wasn't it? I'm just going to tip that back a little bit. Yeah. Oh, hi. Is it, oh, no, not Tina. Jessie, no. Oh, I can't remember your name. I'm so sorry. Tina. Is it Tina? Sorry, I can't remember your name. How you doing? Yes, so folks, can you, if you don't follow Smith's Crafty Creation, Trisha, there we go, nearish. If you don't follow Trisha, she's trying to up her subscribers, and she's been really diligent lately doing, is it almost like a video a day? I think you've been doing. You've been so good. And she's trying to get a few more YouTube subscribers. So if you don't already subscribe to her, please do. Yay, well done, Deborah. Okay, so I'm just looking for some gaps for this green. That's done the trick. Yes, I feel it has done the trick. Just needed something to lift it, didn't it? And it doesn't matter that the leaves are overlapping or the flowers are overlapping. It just seems to work. And you know what this reminds me of is, I don't know if you know a company called Rubber Stamp Tapestry. They were around a few years ago. They're still around now, and they create tiny little peg stamps, and they sell them in sets of wreaths, like so you can have an autumn wreath or a winter wreath or whatever. And this almost is like a giant version of Rubber Stamp Tapestry stamp collections. To be honest, I think part of my love for floral stamping has come from that company. So I owe them a lot. Yes. Happy, 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 happy. Yes. See, Deborah likes her peg stamps. Love us a few old peg stamps. Right, now, the colour. What colour shall I do me dots in? See, I am tempted to go with the navy. Because we've only got a little bit of it there. And because it is only dots, I think we can take it. I wouldn't have chosen this colour, but it really adds that little extra. Yeah, there we go. And you see, that's when you start really playing with colour, it's amazing, isn't it? What? So I'm just trying to find my colour wheel. I've put it down again. I keep doing this. I'm just trying to think what other colour I could have gone for that would have made it pop. You see, theoretically, if we're looking at this, so we've used those ones there, right? And then we've missed one, kind of, and then that one with a bit of yellow. Now, if we take that yellow around to there, you see, if we'd added orange, like a pale orange, to this, that would have made it go in a completely different direction, but I think it would still have worked. We'll have to try that another day. Oh my goodness, the dots just... The dots, what is it about the dots? Just perfect. Cindy. Yes, Deborah, that's so funny. I love it. I absolutely love it. I think I found a new thing that I love. You know, you make something that you love so much, you just can't stop looking at it. I kept looking at the ones from last night. But interestingly, now I've looked at them again, looking at them, I suppose I designed these as one sheet wonders, so they are designed to be cut up. Because if these were supposed to be a wreath, it wouldn't work, because I don't like the way that these sunflowers go like that. That's not how a wreath would work. But I think these cut up would work absolutely fine. So it's very interesting then approaching this, knowing that I'm never going to cut this. You know, this is not going to be cut up. This is meant to be together like this. Oh, what's the time? Do you think I've got time for another one? It's only 10 o'clock. I want to be in bed by 11. Do you think I can do one in half an hour? Yes, yes. Okay, let's look, crack open another. Oh, I haven't got to crack it open. It's really open. Yeah, it's technically it's not symmetrical. I wouldn't say it's symmetrical. It's equal, but not symmetrical. I'm very particular about that. Sorry, Sheila. I'm mumbling, says Sheila. Stop mumbling. So it's not symmetrical because look, say that was the middle. I've got 3 there. The other 3 are lower down. Those are 2 there. It's not quite symmetrical, but it is balanced, and that's what I tend to go for. So anyway, I'm going to stop looking at it. Stop staring at it. Let's do another one. This time, instead of the netting, what could I use? It's a bit of a background. I might just go for the good old beautiful friendship, because that is a helpful. It's a helpful one to aim. You know, it's a nice large-ish stamp that you can get a lot of coverage, but yet it's so mottled that it doesn't really matter, you know, having it in the background. So always do your first layer with a light-ish colour. Actually, that's probably a little bit too dark. Let's go for a bit pool party. Oh, I'll explain it in a minute, Deborah. Okay, Trisha, lovely to see you. Okay, so something that's symmetrical would be exactly the same on both sides. Just find a scrap bit of paper. I know what, I'll draw it. Okay, so something that's symmetrical would be exactly the same. Because it means that if you put a mirror down the side, down the middle, that would reflect, and it would be exactly the same. Okay. I mean, this is symmetrical in both ways at the moment, but basically means that if I stamp something there, I'd have to stamp something there. If I stamp something there, I'd have to stamp something there. If I stamp something there, I'd have to stamp it there. Okay, so that's symmetry. Okay, now balance is slightly different. Okay, so I could have a big thing here, but to balance it up on the other side, I would maybe do a few things there. But then it feels like it needs a little something down here. And it might need a something little something like that there. Okay. So, so to me, that's kind of balanced because it's got different things happening all over the page, but yet you've got a big thing, you've got a few small things. So then the way if you could translate that to flowers then, so you could have this as a big flower, like that, and then you could have this as a little cluster of 3 flowers. And maybe do a few leaves and things. And then you might have a little, or you could have a butterfly, imagine that as your butterfly, and little butterflies there. And then you might have 2 little butterflies down here. Okay? Whereas if you're going to go, oh, I don't know, butterfly, butterfly, flower, flower, butterfly here, that would just look odd. That would just look weird, wouldn't it? So I'm just catching up. Yeah, yes, right, Esther. So a heart is symmetrical. Yeah, a heart is symmetrical, generally. But then you can get a primitive style heart, which is sort of like that. Anyway, that's beside the point. I guess what I meant was balanced. Yes, probably, Nayoka. Frame it after you sold it to Greetings Card Company, make a fortune for you and your charity. And Subo Bell, that's the problem, you see. I cannot electronically replicate that because Stampin' Up have rules about that sort of thing. So all of these images are copyrighted to Stampin' Up. Stampin' Up own this image. Now, they are quite happy for us as users of their products to stamp with them and create a piece of artwork. And if we wanted to sell that artwork, that's absolutely fine. If I wanted to finish this off and frame it, I could sell this very piece. I'm not allowed to take a photo of it and produce 100 and sell those because these images themselves are owned by Stampin' Up. So that's why I couldn't do that. Now, if I was to draw this all by myself, then yes, of course I could do that. I could sell that to a company, or I could print it off myself and sell the cards, but I couldn't do it from this piece of artwork. Okay. Right. Let's move on. I've got 20 minutes now to get another one done. Right, so as I was saying, your base layer should be light, so a tint. Yeah, we were talking about this the other day. If you missed that lesson, go back and watch Tuesday's lesson about tints and things and saturation. So this is a tint, so we're going to just aim to again go roughly around in a circle, and I know this is very light, so you guys can barely see this, but I promise you it is there. It might be that my pool party ink needs, I keep saying this, my inks need re-inking, but sometimes they really do. Okay, so that's just one little layer down. There we go. And that just helps me give myself something to aim for. Right, I do fancy using some of these at a later point. But let's do something a little bit different. Let's get down some of this one this time. This is very vanilla. Yeah, this is very vanilla. It's just what I grabbed out of my stash. I didn't really overthink it. I just went for it. Okay, so again, I'm trying not to ink this stalk up too much. Okay, leave that there. Oh, thank you. Yeah. You can use it however you want to use it. Now, this was the one that I wanted to use early, but I didn't get around to using. So I'm going to use this with some balmy blue. So this is meant to be stamped inside of those, but I'm not going to do that. I'm going to ignore what Stampin' Up! Had decided that I should use it. Well, they create the stamps and then we use them however we want to use them. So I like creating sort of tufts of things. As you can see. Very vanilla, yeah. Okay. Now, what we're going to do for the flowers. Do we go Crazy Daisy? What do you think? Sorry, which blue are you asking about? What was the second colour I used? That was Balmy Blue. So I used Pool Party underneath, Coastal Cabana, Balmy Blue. Right, guys, do you want blue daisies or purple daisies? You can have that choice. Okay. This is the scary part. Oops. We'll fix that centre in a minute. I've got a plan for the middles. Okay, right. Middle there that I could use. Oh, thank you, Wanda. So kind of you. How do I re-ink? Oh, yeah, I can show you that. I don't like that. Ugh. Don't like it. Don't like it. Don't like it. I want something a bit more starbursty. I haven't got it. I don't think. I'll have another look, but I don't think I have something like that. Keep going. Just keep going. Ah. No. You know what? I completely forgot about this stamp set. Shall we try it? Shall we try it in Night of Navy? I think that's better. Yep. Thank you. Yes, that's better. Okay, I'm happier now. Now I'm like, ooh, what else is in here? forgot this contains some of my most favourite stamps. Okay, let's just keep going. We've got more flowers to get on here. Okay, let's clean this off. Oh, I just thought there's a tiny little... Yes. Okay, I'm going to use that. This is one of my favourite stamps ever. And I almost wanted a larger version of this. Okay, you guys can't see that very well, but I'll get you right in to see this one. All right, you ready? Yeah, I don't know if you guys can see that, but it does make a bit of a difference. Okay. Right, what else do we need? So we've got round designs here. What about something a little bit more solid, but a different shape? Actually, something softer, I think. Okay, what about some Bermuda Bay in here now? Something a bit darker than what's already behind here. Would look cute stamped around the leaf on its own too. Oh, that, what, the flower? Yeah, it is one of my favourites. It might make an appearance again. Okay, so this is quite a cute little flower, and it almost, the pointy edges mimic that. Although this is a six-pointed flower, this is a 4, I know that, but having the pointiness, but a smaller version, is quite nice. Just to sort of fill in different areas. Because remember, the further something goes back, the smaller it gets. And the lighter. So it's a cute little filler. Okay, I think we need some tiny little purple fillers here. Now I was tempted to put some of this daisy leaf in here somewhere, but I think because we've got all this going on, we probably don't need it. I will save that for another time though, because it's so lovely. Okay, so we need some little flowers to fill. Let's pop that one back. There are these gorgeousness here. And also there's that little flower there. So let's get some perfume on. So get the Highland Heather out. Let's do some of these little flowers. Trust the process. Yes, absolutely. Okay, I'm getting to that point again where I'm thinking it needs something zingy. Okay, it needs something to lift it. I was thinking small blueberry bush is needed. And then we need to look at getting some lime in there. Or yellow even. No, we're not going to go to the melon mambos because we're trying to stick to the colours on one side of the colour wheel. And but with the exception of a tiny bit of something that has a bit of yellow in it. So with the last piece we had a bit of green with yellow in it, and I'm wondering if this needs the same again, or we go a bit daring and we add orange. So saffron, yeah. Yeah. I don't mind if you steal that line. It's not exclusive to me. Right. So do we go there? Yeah, we could do that. So just for those of you who've joined recently, we're using colours mainly across here. But last time we added a little bit of lemon lime, not lemon lime, granny apple green, which is all the way down here. So we've got this and then over here. So the one that would be kind of adjacent is really down here. So yeah, Mango Melody would kind of be in that region. If it all goes wrong, I'm gonna blame you lot. zip pouches you could get in the 80s. What are you talking about? Oh, my cleaning cloth. What? This is a certain person who follows YouTube ordered these for me off Amazon. They sent me Happy Mail, you know. I got Happy Mail. I was like, who ordered these? And then I looked inside and it had a little message from somebody. So I was very chuffed. Right, Mango Melody. Are you sure now? Are you sure? I'm going to clean this daisy just to, you know, double check. This is the way you want to go. No, says... No, says Janice. Daffodil, says the other Janice. Janice is yelling at me now. Daffodil! You and Ellen are the only two I've ever heard say chuffed. Oh, so Sue Bell thinks we could do both. I'll just start getting my leaf stamp ready while you talk amongst yourselves. You decide what you want me to do. Because, yeah, she's shouting because I'm in Wales. Oh, you're funny. I don't think Wendy heard you, Janice. She's a bit further south in Wales. Go, man, go. Okay, I'll start with the yellow and then we'll build it up, yeah? I know what. Does anyone want to take a screenshot of this point and then you will all go, that was the point of no return. Oops. I'll pick up my block while you take a photo. Sorry, move that off. Step back, Ruth. They're taking over your colour wheel. Yes, but you cannot argue with the colour wheel. My comments are behind. Oh, right, okay. I'll reload. Ruth has created colour monsters. Oh, I've not seen that yet. McCloyd's Daughters. My dad used to say that. Why does Ruth use the phone? All she used to do is open the window. Did he? Did he say that? Really? I tell you what he used to say that I now say to my kids. You know when it's like dinner time and you say to your kids, oh, can you call so-and-so? And they just literally, they stand in exactly the same spot and all they do is yell. And I'm like, I could have yelled. Okay, I hope you guys took a photo. Because it's happening now. Knife, fork and spoon. Remind me what that's about. This is Daffodil Delight. Okay, I'm trying to put some yellow inside the arrangement, not just on the outsides. So it doesn't really matter quite where I'm stamping. It's just about getting some colour in there. Okay, shall we go a bit more orangey now? Oh no, Wendy, sorry, did I? Did I distract you? The knife, fork and spoon thing, Esther's going to have to call me and tell me what she's on about. Hey, Diet Misty. So this stamp is just to add some extra bit of texture in there. I think this bouquet was already quite, or wreath was already quite big. I mean full. So it's hard to find spaces to add anything really. Do we want some orange in here? Yeah, I remember that, Esther. Yeah, we go knife, fork, or spoon. Cajun. Really? Want to go down that route? Pisces Queen. Oh, it's barely showing up. Okay, who else has an issue with Mango Melody? I find it goes really weird. Ooh. Ooh. It's like it has a weird film on the top. Now I'm rubbing it, it seems to like cut. But now I have an orange finger. Yay, she cut it up. I need a scrapbook paper. Oh, that's better. Yeah, it has made a difference. Right, so run your finger over it. It's almost like it gets all dry on the top. And there's a bit of a film on it. So I don't know if you guys can see this, but I'm adding these darling little orangey things. Now she tells me. I use a plastic spoon. Plastic spoon. Thanks, Wanda. I will do that next time so I don't get orange fingers. Now, the only danger about putting these little dots in here is that you feel like you've got to do it quite kind of, what's the word? You've got to like really dot, what's the word I want? You've got to space them equally, but don't do it because it looks odd if you do that. So you need to kind of cluster a few together sometimes. Like vary the spaces between them because otherwise it looks like you've just kind of gone, I need to equalize it all. You don't need to equalize it. Just kind of go, where's the gaps? And then, oh, I think 2 would look nice there. And then, so do 2 there, or whatever. This is also an opportunity that if your stamp didn't stamp very well, you can kind of hide the boo-boo by, you know, popping a little thing in it. So this is almost the equivalent of a dot, but it's a bigger dot. Now, isn't there a stamp in the other poppies? Oh, no, it's not a stamp. It's a little die that looks like this. Sporadically. Yes, it needs to look more sporadic than spaced. Gosh, Esther, your spelling's getting good, isn't it? Sporadically. I feel like that girl out of... oh, what's that film? What's that film? What's that film? It's my husband's favourite film. Clueless. That's it. You have to learn a new word every day. Sporadically. Use it in a sentence. Who likes that film? Right. Righty. That's what fingers are for. Your crushed curry is the same. Oh, there we go. Maybe it's because we, you know, if I haven't used it for a while, it just kind of goes. You've not. It's like stamps, you see. Maybe ink pads have a different voice to stamps. So stamps kind of go, use me, use me. Maybe ink pads have a different voice. I don't know. I've never really thought about it. Ink pads are like, I'm dry. Instead of like I'm melting, they kind of go, I'm drying up. You need to use me. Don't forget me. That's Cajun craze. My Cajun craze is like, don't you love me? I feel so unwanted. Welcome to the late night show with ink pads and stamps. We could have our own like version of Jeremy Kyle for ink pads and stamp sets that have become so bitter and twisted that they like, you know, want to kill each other or like want to kill their owners. You know, it's like, are you a stamp pad that's been forgotten in the back of the closet? Do you want to kill your owner? What's the maximum number of times you can re-ink the same pad? Oh, I don't think there's, you know, yeah, I don't think there's any date on that. Sometimes they get a bit, sometimes I don't know, I accidentally clip mine and they get, you know, whatever. But this is looking manky. You've let me go manky. You've not looked after me. Anyway, let's stop there. Okay, well, okay, ladies, make sure you're wearing your tenors. Do people only in the UK get that? I don't know. Anyway. I'm looking at it going, what else does it need? What else does it need? And now all the other stamps know that this is my favourite. They're like, what? She has a favourite. Can't have a favourite stamp. And all the alphabet dies are like, we only get pulled out when she wants to say something. Yes, it's like the E's are overworked. It's like, she always uses the E's. And like the Q's are sitting there like, the last time she used us was 1985. And the poor chamois like, I'm disgusting. Look at me. Look at me. I was nice and clean when I was in my packet. I'm disgusting now. Okay, right. Lord of the Rings made oh, she's offended the stump thing. My precious little flower. Now this one I thought I'd lost for ages. It was like the ring and Frodo and everything. It's like where's my precious stamp? And it came back to me. We need a Cajun Craze week. Yeah, if you want to message me your hey, you know what? I could do a live maybe one Saturday and yeah, Purple Pose is like, it's not my fault. I have a quirk. There's something wrong with me. It's not my fault. Yeah, where if you super chat me, you can choose your most worst color and I will use it. I feel dirty. I feel dirty all over. Oh, there's a little bit of clean on me there. Oh, I just used it. Crazy Cajun week. Crazy Cajun Craze week. Well, it's not just Cajun Craze. I don't know. Tell me your like the colours that you don't like. I don't know. There's because you know. I know it's Cajun Craze from. Well, it's not that I don't like it. I just don't always use it. I have grown to love it actually. I must admit. I do quite like it now. Now, especially with terracotta tile, it kind of feels like, terracotta might be quite nice now. You know, those lovely earthy tones. Crazy Ruth week. Hey, it's always Crazy Ruth week. What are you talking about? You know, you must realise that now if you come to my channel. Okay, let's just do a little quick recap and then we can jabber if you want to jabber. Ooh, oh. Ooh. Right, let's have a look at the differences then. I can't hear my retired pads. They are in a box. That sounds like really creepy, doesn't it? It sounds like you're some kind of weird kidnapper of ink pads and you lock them in a box. I don't think Tara caught on too well. No, possibly, but I don't know, I really like it. I used it a lot last night and in a way by the colours that we ended up using them with has made the terracotta go kind of like towards the pinky tones. I don't know. I think it looks great. Right, so what did we do here? We used a bit of Seaside Spray for the netting underneath. Do you see the netting? See the netting? Look, it is there. I promise. There is a bit of netting. So that's from Sea of Textures. So that's just to say you don't have to go out and buy Sea of Textures, but for goodness sake, look at your other stamp sets. You might have got some crosshatch type stuff that you could use. Use Sea of Text, yeah, not Sea, you know what I mean. Use something. Okay, we've got Coastal Cabana. We've got Bermuda Bay, yeah, Coastal Cabana, Bermuda Bay, Blueberry Bushel, Gorgeous Grape. I think there was a bit of Highland Heather somewhere. Night of Navy for these and the spots. Now, do you think this needs spots? Does this need dots? Because we ended up with the mango on here and the yellows, didn't we? Exactly. I mean, so I think that as well, Pisces Queen too. I love all the colours depending on what they're with. Everything needs spots. Really, Rust was your favourite, so Crazy is a favourite too. Oh, that's good. Terracotta dot. Subo, I am not going down that route. She's like, terracotta dots. I promise I will do a terracotta based thing for you guys who are obsessed with terracotta. Everything needs spots. Everything. I tell you who's got spots at the moment. My daughter. My daughter. Oh my word. It's like adolescence has come too soon for her on her face. It's like she's got the bob. Yeah, anyway. Without getting too personal. Yeah, bless her. She's got... And then she scratches them and she just like opens them up. Ugh. I'm hoping that if she has the spots now, when all her friends are getting them when they're 14, her face will be nice and clear. I do hope that for her, but we'll see. I've absolutely drummed it into my eldest son. Do not pick your spots because you will end up with marks on your face like Mummy has. And he's been quite good. And out of all my children, he's quite a picker. He likes picking. So he's all right, I think. But my daughter's turned out to be the picker. I fell in the dot realm with my masks. Oh, yes. Yes. Those dotty masks. They are fabulous. I can't stop now. Who made me do this? Once you dot, you can't stop. I tell you what, it is also useful for these dots for breaking up. Sometimes you can end up with too solid a shape on something like this, and the dots just help to break up the lines, which is actually quite helpful. Just makes it look more cohesive. Yeah, softens the solid mass. Who said that? Pisces. Pisces Queen, do you want my job? You know your stuff, girl. Deborah's fault. Yeah, it's Deborah's fault. Everything's Deborah's fault. Yes, I'll stop talking about the spots now. Poor child. Right. I'm done. I've got 6 minutes to get to bed. I'm going to leave my stamps out. They're clean, but I'm going to leave them out. They can all talk to each other overnight, you see, and they can go, no, 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 we got picked. You in the boxes. No, 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 no. You didn't get used. And all the colours can go, we got used tonight. Cajun craze. Didn't get a look in. Right. Yeah, you're always responsible. You're very welcome. I like sharing. I think a lovely... Oh, we could use the... I've got those letter dies. See, the letter dies could come out. And what word could we use that, you know, uses the Q? Do you think these are big enough? Joy. Blessed. What could we do? Rejoice. I like rejoice. Rejoice. Or grateful. Gratitude. Great big, no. What could we... Squeaky. You're welcome. Oh, cool. Good, Pisces Queen. Breathe. Blessed. Forgiven, yes. Forgiven. Forgiven. What song is that? What? I'm just looking at these letters now. I don't think I would do the letters in black. I think for this one, I'd possibly do it in the Night of Navy. And possibly that one too. I think if you go and put black on something black, I think that's quite harsh if you've not used it anywhere else. Oh, sorry, Wendy. I don't know what I'm making here. The things about these letters, some of them are like upside down and roundabout because they're grace. I'm just trying to find a word I can make because you only have one of each letter, so it's like, oh. Because obviously it's a die. Let's just do grace for now. Grace. Your grace. Da, 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 da. Let me see if I can quickly grab my big shot. Well, blueberry bushel is right here, so I will use that because it's available. There we go. You could double cut and shadow these up. That's the other thing you could do with these. That would work nicely. So it's where you cut two and then you have another, you kind of stick it on top of each other, but you have another cut. You stick one on top of the other, but you offset it. Oh, blueberry bushel or Night of Navy. Whatever the darkest colour you've used, use that. Yeah, these dyes are lovely. And they're not as pricey as you would think. I was really pleasantly surprised. For an alphabet set, I was like, oh, okay. That's good. The only thing is sticking them at the right angle so that it looks right. Because you could do them slightly, like that. Or you can actually do them stick them where it looks like they're a little bit joined up. I don't know if they are designed to do that. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Right. Yeah, this is Blueberry Russell. I mean, you could use, yeah, because it's nice of navy there, you could use it. Oh, Esther, you know what? I bought the dyes. And then afterwards thought, maybe I should bought the stamp set as well. But I very much did just buy the dye. I went for the dyes. Well, you could practice. Yeah, practice, practice. Christina Werner does a lot of this sort of writing. If anyone wants to go and watch what she does. K Werner Designs on YouTube. Can you put His Grace? Yeah, I could do His Grace. Now, the only thing is, there's no capitals. Yeah. Scoot it to the right. To the right, to the right. To the left, to the left. Yeah, I wonder if we could almost make up a capital H by combining. I was just thinking we could take the L and see, that's the H. Like you could put a piece of the L over that. And that could do the H for his, a capital H. Because I wouldn't want to do his with a lowercase. H. There's the I. No, Esther. It's like if you cut two H's and use the front stick for the back. Yeah. Well, that's why I just thought the L. Look, the L kind of fits. Like that. Anyway. There we go. All ideas. I'm going to have a think of what to do with these. Because I'm hoping I'll get to the point. I mean, this is the only, fourth one that I've done. I'll get to the point where I'm a little bit quick. And I'm wondering if I could just take commissions. What do you think? Just take commissions. Right. Lovely to see you all. Oh my goodness, I've been on for nearly 2 hours. Flip. Right. Good night, all. Yes, lovely. Oh, Calabaducci. Oh, that's the wrong accent. I can't do Kylie's accent. Kylie's gone live. Right, everybody, go and watch Kylie. Thank you. And thank you for my super chat as well. Thanks, Wanda. Really appreciate it. And I really mean it. I'm on a bit of a kind of trip with these at the moment. So if you want people to see these, get them out there. Please share. Take care for now. Lots of love. Bye.